When the found footage at the beginning looks of better quality than the rest of your film, it may have a problem. Sasquatch Mountain, aka Devil on the Mountain. This is the 2006 Bigfoot crime action drama directed by Stephen R. Monroe. And if you haven't already, check out my book Wild Man. It is available on Amazon, on Kindle, and paperback, and I'll leave a link to it in the description below. I'd greatly appreciate any feedback, and yeah, let's get into the review for Sasquatch Mountain. The plot. Basically, it's a bank heist gone wrong when they run into a woman who is trying to run away from her past. They end up all converging into a cabin with some of the law enforcement after they are all attacked by a Bigfoot. Now a couple hunters and trackers go down to help them too, and I got this huge cast of characters and one angry neck-snapping Bigfoot. Lance Henriksen, who also played in Aliens and Pumpkinhead, plays a pretty good character, actually. He really tries to deliver this dramatic performance. His wife saw the Bigfoot and then was hit by a car during her viewing of the hairy beast. Now, ever since then, he's been trying to track this beast down, and it gets all poetic and preposterous. Tom Thomerson from Trancers is also in this movie as a hunter-tracker character. He disappears for a lot of it. Like, he comes in, does some tracking, gets picked off, then comes back. It's like, where'd you go? But he's a good character. He bounces off of Lance Henriksen, as well as the sheriff in the film, who I forgot who he is, played by Serena Vincent from Cabin Fever. You know, the leg-shaving girl, is also in this movie, and she kind of has no purpose other than to add more drama. I mean, she does stop the robbers from getting away with all the money, but they could have just had them run into the Sasquatch and it would have been a much more simple story. Michael Worth, who is in Jurassic Attack, and who also wrote this film, is one of the robbers, and he is energetic, yet he doesn't know who he is yet, and they actually kind of explain that for him. And then he comes to the realization, and he has the epiphany and the change of character and heart. It's like, come on, stop being so dramatic. The whole cast, and probably crew, were trying to make something very special. And it worked to some degree, but I really wanted more from this movie. You got a cool concept. It could have been simplified a little bit, but it was still cool. The thing is that the Bigfoot doesn't do crap to kill people. All he does is snapbacks and necks. It's like, do something more. Then when you finally get to see the Bigfoot, it's a letdown. Like, you see his back and hair and head, like, in the shadow. His fur is long and scraggly, and it's like, oh, this is gonna look great when we see his face. When we see his hands. No. I'll get into that in a bit. Like I said before, they're trying to be very poetic with this movie, with all the characters trying to have the deep backstories. Everyone has a purpose. Everyone is either going crazy or trying to become a good character. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't know. I really feel this was done with the intention of being a drama, and they added Bigfoot in there. I mean, there could have been a Bigfoot from the beginning. How do I know? But I think the film tried something too hard for its budget, which was, I think it was like 500,000, maybe $1 million. Anyway, it's a low-budget movie. What do you expect? The film definitely misses the reason why we go to see these movies. Killer Bigfoot. Kill people with glorious, ingenious kills, and deaths, and bloodshed. Come on. But I'll give some praise. The performances are really, really good. These are character actors who have put their all into this movie. And I feel they were trying to make something, as I said, special, but they failed to see what audiences wanted. I'd rather have a movie where we have a Bigfoot attacking all the group in gory detail, and then I would have given it some extra leeway and have a cool looking Bigfoot, then I would have given it probably a whole extra point, but the film just doesn't get it. I know I'm harping on that a lot, but the reason behind everything in this movie is to make the audience care about the characters. That's fine, but make everything else work too. The action is okay. I mean, there's some gunfights, there's some Bigfoot carnage, but there's not like any gory Bigfoot carnage. The cinematography, it's all shaky cam and quick cuts. It's like, stop it, I want to focus on what's going on. It's so hard to do that in this movie. I love the fact that they say they're in some bad woods, yet the woods they're in is pretty open spaced. It's so ridiculous. There is some bad country. Like, trees that are evenly spaced 8 feet apart. And you could probably see a house from a mile away in these woods. The gore, the effects, we get some broken backs, maybe a broken neck or two. And like I said, the Bigfoot does look good at first, but then we see he has regular human hands and a near human face with just a lot of hair. Not on his face, around his face. It's like they put on this huge woolly suit and forgot to do the face and hands. The music, there is too much insanity all over the place during the action scenes. But during the dramatic scenes, it is really, really good. I mean, it is really heartfelt. I was surprised. I was like, I'm actually starting to really care about these characters. And when we got to the climax, I'm like, I'm really starting to hate these characters and this Bigfoot. It was composed by Corey Allen Jackson, who composed other works from this particular director, Stephen R. Monroe, such as It Waits and I Spit on Your Grave 1 and 2. This is not a terrible movie. It definitely needed some work, though. It also needed a gore, a cool Bigfoot. The characters are fine. I like the drama. I wish that there was something else to it. The cinematography and lighting is really annoying. Like, the lighting's very sharp. There's really no color, no bright, vivid essence on the film. It's just bland. I'd have to say that overall I give Sasquatch Mountain a 1.5 out of 5. Thank you all for watching, and I feel really bad about this movie. I really wanted to like it more than I did. Lion Brian Gatto, the horror show host. Make sure to like my Facebook fan page and support me on Patreon. Even $1 a month will help keep this channel going on strong, and I greatly appreciate it. Also hit that notification bell, and as always, subscribe.